Hello, welcome to the Luthiers Christmas List 2024 edition. This is just a list of products that I show that I've started using. It's either new to the market or is been indispensable just for the last year. And I think these are really good products and stand behind them all for if you're a guitar repairer, guitar builder, anything in between, ukuleles, mandolins, violins, that sort of thing. So this will be everything here I use all the time. So the first thing is really, really good. This came out February this year, 2024. It's the See If Martin Guitars, a Repair Guide by Patrick DeBurrow. This is fantastic. I love this book. It has so many tips and tricks and sort of things that Martin use in the factory, in their repair department, but also what Patrick does. He only works on Martins and Collings, I think. That's the only brands that he works on. So he doesn't work on Gibsons or Taylors or anything. He just, he's strictly this. So that is a really, really good book. So worth whatever Amazon is paying for it now. The second thing, as always, subscription to the Guild of American Luthiery. I don't know how much it costs, $60 or something, but I think 2025 is the last physical editions that they're going to have. So, yeah, support them. They've just been so good since the late 70s or early 70s. I'm just going to jump around, do a few books, do a few things here. The StewMac string cutters, I like these the best. I've used the Music Nomad ones, and this cutting part here is too stubby. So I like the StewMac ones because they're just pointier. They both cut strings really well, but I like these. And to be fair, some Music Nomad products. This is my favorite string winder. It's just got a nice ball bearing in here. It's really soft, so it doesn't mar any headstock. It's really good. And Music Nomad also do a good bridge pin puller. There's going to be links in the description for all these. If your significant other likes to tinker, StewMac have DIY effects pedals, guitar pedals. This is like a Klon ripoff and Ghost Drive. So yeah, if they like putting pedals together or electronic stuff, that would be good. Okay, book. These are pretty interesting. When a guitar comes in that I'm repairing or having a look at, just knowing a vague idea of what it costs is always a good thing. The customer, sometimes I know, sometimes I don't, but these are good. They're about $30. You don't have to buy every year, but every, 5 years, grab one. The Caldersmith papers. Graham Caldersmith was an Australian luthier who died of cancer, unfortunately, a couple of years ago. And this was put together in 2022, I think. And it's just a collection of all the papers that he wrote for various periodicals, be it Guild of American Luthier or Asia or, I don't know, wherever else he put them. But it's a really interesting book. It's a little more technical kind of stuff, but yeah, it's worth having if your partner or you like that. This gadget, which is only half of it, it's got another rail that goes under it, is a fretboard radiusing jig by String Pluckery. This is 3D printed. So you put the fretboard down here and you roll it up while you're guiding the router over it in a radiused arc. And it comes with two different choices of radius. I chose 12-inch and 16-inch, and it makes radiusing a fingerboard far easier. So I think these are $100 range, something like that. I can't remember, but they're really good. So String Pluckery. I think this was on the list last year, but the StewMac notch straight edge. This is the short scale. They've got a long scale. Both are worth having. And you can see that it's got a UFO shaped taper to it, which is really nice for holding on to. But you can use that as a straight edge, and this is a straight edge with notches. Really good for diagnosing fingerboard issues and stuff. I just love it. The StewMac digital calipers, I've used dodgy cheap ones and stuff, and the StewMac ones are really good. I like them. Music Nomad do these fret kind of shields or fretboard shields to polish frets and work on frets. They're really handy. And I've got 4 of them. I think there's 5 or 6, but yeah, they're really good. This is a black diamond sort of trail running headlamp thing. It's really good for, it sort of takes the position of, you know, a torch if you need to use 2 hands and stuff. It's really handy. I think they're like, I got that for $25 from REI or something like that. They're good. The Art of Vintage Ukuleles. It's a cool picture book and interesting stuff. I don't know about you, but I like any books on any instruments, even though I only make guitars and ukuleles. This one came out this year, 2024, and yeah, it's really good. This is the Bible of, it's not the Bible, but it's a Bible, The Complete Wiring Guide by Jerry Hayes. It's just fantastic. He did all the illustrations himself. He's a smart fella, and that's just a modern must-have. As is this. This is a not-so-modern must-have. Dan Earlywine's Guitar Repair Guide, 3rd edition. Your spouse or significant other might already have this. If they don't, definitely buy it. It's really good. StewMac's, I don't know what they call it, tape holder, but it holds 3 different tapes. So I've got actually some abrasives in here at the moment, but I've got 3 of these, and I could probably use another 3 actually, but these are really good. Don't know how much they are, but they're really good. Another thing which is really good, this sign. I love having this sign in the workshop where customers can see it. Good, cheap, and fast. Choose 2. Really good. These are about $12, I think, $10 to $15, something like that. But just, you know, it's just puts the customer in the right frame of mind. This is a new one for me. This is just naphtha in a really nice little dispenser bottle. These are cheap. You can find them in hardware stores. I think this is like $7 or $8. But it's really good for diagnosing invisible cracks, well, anywhere on the instrument, but specifically along the fingerboard, which is kind of a problem area, and it's easy to miss that. So if you've seen Jimi Hendrix lighting his guitar on fire, I think he used this stuff. It's like naphtha, lighter fuel, naphtha, the same thing. Naphtha was outlawed in Colorado, so I use this stuff now. And it doesn't damage any finish, nitro or whatever. StewMac Deluxe Fret Tang nippers, I think I did a video on this, so they're really good. They're really worth having. They're better than any of the other fret tang nippers for bound fingerboards. These are Depstech endoscopes. This one plugs directly into your phone, and this one has its own screen. And if you do repair work, these are really indispensable. That I think are indispensable anyway, especially if you're getting into stuff like mandolins and violins. Man, I'd buy one of these in a heartbeat. So that's the dedicated screen, and this one just plugs straight into your phone. This is like $25 for the phone one, and this one's more expensive. I don't know what they are now. There is a 3rd type, which is the Wi-Fi version, but don't get the Wi-Fi one because I had that and it sucks. So keep to either of these 2. But the phone one is actually a bit more convenient because you can just record on your phone the screenshots and stuff. This is a new book out this year by Giuliano Nicolotti. This book outlines what these 2 books outlined like 15 years ago or 10 years ago. This is the Trevor Gore and Gerard Gillet books. These are quite expensive. They're like maybe $150, $200, I think. This is kind of a, you know, a different version, but it's a similar thing. It's using a scientific method to gain a good result in guitar making. That's a good enough description for now. So Yeah, that's a really good book. I think that's pretty cheap. It's like $25, $30. If your significant other, your luthier spouse, likes heady things, then there's The Left Brain Luthiery by David Hurd. He's a Hawaiian guy. It's ukulele based, but the scientific stuff is, you know, you can put it towards guitar making as well. These are Eagle Abrasives by Eagle Abrasives. They have two different names for some reason. The coarser grits are Super Asilex, Super Assilex. I mean, come up with any other name but that. And the finer grits are called Super Burflex. They're color coded. They're not in rainbow order, which is kind of a bit OCD for me because I'm a Steiner kid, but that's okay. But these are basically dry abrasives, so you can you don't have to wet sand anymore. They leave a really excellent scratch pattern, and by that I mean they say they like 1,000 grit cuts like 800 grit, but the scratch marks are as deep as a 1,200 grit, so you're getting the best of both worlds, or best of either side of the grit kind of thing. So really good. StewMac sell these, and they're on Amazon as well. I'll leave a link. All right, this is a little bit of a strange one. These two, Stratocaster and Telecaster. These are, it's called the Authority of Telecaster, and I got these on eBay, and they're about $30, $40. They're actually in Japanese, and I can't read Japanese, but you can use your Google Lens app to hover your phone over the text and it translates it. But even if you don't want to read them, the pictures of the like the 1956 Strat, they're really, really good. Close-ups of the frets, the bridges, the screw types, stuff like that. Sort of pictures you don't really see anywhere else. So pictures of pots and things. So they're good, kind of a hidden gem. The other little fun hidden gem is the other brands of Gibson, which is like Gibson made their own Gibson line, of course, and they also made Epiphone later on, but in the early days, they made Kalamazoo's, and Kalamazoo is probably the most famous one. Then they have Cromwell, Kelcroydon's the other massive one. Montgomery Ward, they've got so many different things. It turns out Gibson made a whole bunch of things. So it's really interesting to just read about what they made, and there's some cool color pictures in there. It's a cheapie, it's like $25. Anything from Center Stream Publishing is really good. For subscriptions and online stuff, there's the Luth Group, which is a new repair-focused but also excellent for builders. I do building and repair work. But the Luth Group is a Patreon-style kind of payment system. It's like $5 a month or something, and it gives you access to incredible information. Just every time I go on there or get onto the Luthalong, which is like a live stream of any luthier who wants to get on and stream themselves working, you just learn so much. However, you do learn about tools and things that you didn't know about, and you end up spending some money. So just be aware of that. But the Luth Group is a fantastic resource. The other really good resource is Robbie O'Brien's The Luthier Academy. He's got online tutorial videos or courses on everything, just from electric guitars, acoustic guitars, mandolins, flamencos, violins, the business of luthiery, just everything. So I'll leave a link to those two things in the description. And I think they've both got, the Luth Group and the Luthier Academy have gift cards. So if you don't know what to buy, just buy a gift card. Another thing I wanted to show you was the proper workstation by Total Vice. This is the ukulele, violin, kind of small instrument, mandolin version. The guitar version, which is exactly the same, just longer. The middle pole is 42 inches, I think. but these are really good. These are an investment. These are like $300 or something. I won't go into how they work, but you put the instrument on here and you can manipulate it in any way, so it really helps your back. They're great. The last thing I wanted to show you is probably something you won't expect, but it has to do with humidity. This is the GOVEE Smart Humidifier 2, I think it's called, and these are the hygrometers. What's cool about this is I just went to Texas for about 5 days, and I wanted to keep an eye on my humidity in the workshop, and what you can do is link this, this, and this to the app, and you can see what the humidity is in your workshop, and then you can either raise the, can you see that? There's ultrasonic mist coming out there, and it's like pure humidity. So you can look at the humidity level, and if the humidity needs to be upped or down, you can do either of those things, and you can set a target level for it. So it's really good for, I mean, it's really good for even if you don't go away, but if you do go away, it's really good for keeping an eye on things. And you need another kind of a Wi-Fi extender thing. I can't remember what they call it, but I'll leave a link in the description for all of them. But with this, the dongle thingy, and one or two of these, I've got 4 of these actually, you can really set yourself up to have your humidity dialed in. There is another repair book which is coming out in March next year, 2025. So it's called the Guitar Repair Book by James Lister. I haven't seen it, but I'm going to buy it. It looks really good. So that might be an interesting thing to put in their stocking, just to print out of that and say, you're going to get it in 3 months. So yeah, final product. Okay, that's it. That's my Luthiers gift list for 2024. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe you found some stuff that you didn't know about, even if you are buying stuff for yourself. It's always good to buy for yourself. I buy too much. But, like, subscribe, all the links are in the description, all that sort of thing. See you next year. Bye.